And that's why I want to take this Wisconsin way, this economic miracle, to Washington to be a reinforcement in that United States Senate. So Ron Johnson's vote isn't canceled out by Tammy Baldwin. So the president has the numbers in the United States Senate. So our vice president doesn't have to be the tiebreaker all the time. When the vice president came here and did an event for me, he said, you know, it's great that I get to be the tiebreaker, but darn it all, would you please elect Leah so I don't have to keep doing it? Let's get it done. Everything is on the line, my friends. Everything that we have done here, from the governor, lieutenant governor, our attorney general, our congressmen, our state senators, our state reps, everything. The left is coming at us with everything they have. They think they have a blue wave, but we're going to prevail and we're going to be stronger. We cannot let them win, because this great nation and the ideals upon which it was formed and the vision of our founding fathers is all at stake. I've said this to you before, only in this great country can the daughter of Greek immigrants, nurse and military mom, go from being a grassroots activist, mom with a cause, to standing before you as a United States Senator. This is what makes our country great. You make this country great. G3 makes this country great. And we need to join together so that we can help our president continue to make America great. Are you with me? Now, Pat and Sean did a good job of talking about Tammy. I like to call her Taxin' Tammy. In fact, it was so great when the president graciously invited me up on stage. It was an impromptu. I wasn't expecting it. And he was standing behind me, and I've told this story before. I've said, you know, I could just tell he was smiling behind me. And when I went back and replayed the video of it, he was smiling, especially when I called her Taxin' Tammy. Because we know that our president is great at giving people nicknames. And so I've given that nickname to Tammy Baldwin. Taxin' Tammy has voted to increase your taxes 413 times. She voted against the tax cuts that have created this economic miracle all across our country. I'm going to go to Washington to continue that. We need people who will say, yes, these tax breaks and cuts are working, and we need to continue them for the goodness and the prosperity and economic freedom for all Americans. Are you with me? And who are you going to trust on health care? Senator Tammy Baldwin, who's only worked in the halls of government for 34 years? Or the career nurse who's worked in the halls of our fine hospitals here in Wisconsin? I think you want the nurse in there, right? And immigration reform. Let's face it, the crisis that is happening, the chaos that is approaching our borders. Tammy Baldwin is enjoying this. She likes the chaos. She believes in open borders. She believes in sanctuary cities. She believes in abolishing ICE. She couldn't even vote for Kate's Law. Remember Kate, the beautiful young girl in California who was murdered by an illegal immigrant who had been deported 5 times. It's ridiculous. We need to get Tammy Baldwin out of there. Are you with me? Yeah! I stand with our president. I stand with you. It is time. We are really close. Don't believe all the polls out there. What we know in our internal polls is we are right there. And you know what? Tammy knows it too, because she had to bring Barack Obama to the state last week. You think she's a little nervous? He didn't get quite the reception that our president got, and I don't think that would be possible. But I'm excited. We can do this, but it requires each and every one of you from here until November 6th. To get out your Christmas card list with all your phone numbers on there. Call everybody on your list, everyone that lives in Wisconsin, everyone that you worship with, everyone that you're involved in civic organizations with, people that you're standing in line at the grocery store when you're pumping gas, everybody, everything we have done in Wisconsin and everything our president is doing for our country is at stake. You know, a lot of people said I'm crazy for wanting to go there, but I'm not willing to give up on this great American dream, this great American ideal. I watched when we in Wisconsin started with a small number of conservatives in our state assembly, and I patiently waited as we grew our numbers until we had majorities in both houses, and we elected our great Governor Scott Walker and have been able to do what we have done together. We can do the same in Washington, one Senate seat at a time. God bless you for all you have done, all that you will do. Let's keep the faith and let's win on November 6th. All right, now it gives me a great privilege and honor to introduce the son of our great president, Eric Trump. Thank you for being here, Eric.
I absolutely love this group. First of all, I don't like standing next to Pat because I look like a shrimp, right? And I'm 6'5", right? I'm what, 215? I don't look like a shrimp very often, but standing next to Pat, and there was a couple guys who work at G3. I feel like shrimps, one of them being right there. I feel like a shrimp next to him, but it's some big guys. But Pat, you know, Sean, Leah, it's beyond an honor to be here. And guys, we're fighting for our country. I mean it. I'm a civilian. I want nothing to do with government. I have nothing to do with government, but we are absolutely fighting for this country. I'm a patriot. It's why I go out on the road. It's why my father did what he did. You know, as Sean said, he didn't come down that escalator at 70 years old and get killed by the media every single day, get killed by the right, quite frankly, get killed by the left in some cases, and by the way, everybody else. He did it because this country has given him absolutely everything. And you see where it was going. We were losing our religion. We were losing religious liberty. We were losing our guns. We had already lost our economy. We had lost our military. I mean, we couldn't fly our warplanes anymore. They were going to try and get an F-18 in the air. They were going to museums and borrowing planes parts off of museum planes because our planes couldn't even get in the air. Our military was run down. Our veterans weren't being taken care of. We had become a laughingstock around the world. We weren't respected. We weren't respected. We had an educational system in this country. You look at these two beautiful kids. We had an educational system in this country that was 30th in the world. And we gave Iran, a country that absolutely hates our guts, we gave Iran $150 billion. This is where our country was going. And it's quite frankly the reason my father won. And you see what he's done in the last 2 years. I mean, it's been incredible. Because of great people like these. You see we are respected again by the rest of the world. We're not getting ripped off by the rest of the world. Jobs are coming back. Manufacturing's coming back. You know, I use this statistic all the time. People are probably sick of me saying it, but between 2001 and 2016, this country, we lost 70,000 factories. 70,000 of these. 70,000 of these we lost. You know where they went? They went to China. They went to Mexico. They went everywhere else around the world. Because a stupid policy put in place by really, I don't know, ineffective. I can't use that because I'll get killed by saying never. Yes, stupid politicians, right? And our jobs left this country. They went overseas, and it hurt this country. And you know what? So many politicians around this country totally forgot about them. They forgot about the Rust Belt. Hillary didn't come to certain states, right? And it's why we won. It's why we won. Hillary didn't come to Wisconsin. It's why we won. And guys, America is back. We've got the fastest growing economy in the world. We have 4.2% GDP growth. We've got the lowest unemployment this country's ever seen, 3.7%. Lowest African American unemployment. Lowest Hispanic unemployment. Lowest youth unemployment. Lowest female unemployment. You know, 401ks are up by 35%. I can go on and on. Consumer confidence is through the roof. It's the highest, one of the highest it's ever been in our nation. Our military is getting rebuilt. Our veterans are being taken care of. The opioid crisis is being handled. The cost of prescription drugs based on great legislation is coming way down. And honestly, and I can go on and on for hours, and the Democrats aren't happy and they're lashing out because they have nothing. They don't stand for anything anymore. Right? The Democratic message right now, if you're to synthesize it, it's what? Let's double everybody's taxes, which would put us in a national recession. And we literally have the next Great Depression if you ever doubled everybody's taxes, which these guys want to do. Let's attack these amazing men and women of law enforcement. By the way, thank you for everything you guys do. You guys are incredible. Law enforcement has been so poorly treated, and it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. They want to attack ICE. They want to, quote unquote, abolish ICE. They want to resist. They want to obstruct. They want to destroy people's lives. You saw what they did to Kavanaugh a couple weeks ago and his family and his beautiful little kids and everything else. And they want to ban plastic straws. That's like the last big item on their agenda. And guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. America's winning again. We're winning as a country. We're winning in everything we do. And please never get sick of winning. We have a fighter in the White House. We need other fighters. We need Leah in there, and we need the Pats, and we need the Shawns. We need great fighters in there. People have to get out. You have to vote. You have to get everybody out to vote. And I hear it all the time. I'll just close with this. I hear it all the time. People come up to me, well, my guy's Trump. My guy's not on the ballot. I go, please, 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 whatever you do, you can't think that way. You have to get out and vote. Not voting is effectively voting against the president. Not voting is effectively voting against everything we've accomplished in the last 2 years. You have to get out and vote, and we have to win. And you are going to be there, and you are going to be fighting, and we're not going to have any more Kavanaugh disasters. We're not going to have any more nonsense. We're not going to have any more obstructionists. My greatest fear is having Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer run our government. It simply, guys, cannot happen. It simply cannot happen. So get out to the polls. It's a great honor to be with you here today, and we love this state, and we will be back often, and get out and vote for this amazing person, all these amazing people, but get out and vote. We need it. We need it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
How are you? TV, yep.